Oh, you just got to body everything. Somebody's little dog out here. What's up, everybody? Joseph. Artist, founder, president of the ONYXCON Foundation. Back for another. Wake them up, say, oh man, that man who be speaking that heavy stuff, the one who goes deep. It's grown folks conversation, multi-niche, focusing on living your best art life, that creative existence, that think outside the box existence, that asks questions and analyze and research, realize, and revise. I'll say that again for the ones in the back that missed it. I said research, realize, and revise. One more again, they ain't hear me. I said research, realize, most important part, and revise. See, research things, you get the knowledge, you get the facts. You say, oh, you had them aha moments, you get a little crease in your brain, you get the little wrinkle. I said, damn, okay, all right, okay, all right, okay, put that with that, and the other thing I know, and then, so that means, and if I consider that, then, you know what? Wait a minute. Right? Right. That's what you do, right? That's what we do. That's what people do. We research, realize, and revise. What's up, y'all? Here they go. They coming in. 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 Yeah, come on in. What's happening, everybody? What's happening, everybody? I can't trust that zero. They say they know there's two people in here, there's nobody. But then what I'm learning is it keeps on happening. Like one of my homeboys told me, he said, every time he come in, he be talking to me and everything. I don't even see it at the time. I was like, get out of here, man. He showed me, what cracked me up is he sent me the screenshot. So now I know it's real. Like this thing is not stable. But it's frustrating as hell for all of us when you stream because you think you're looking at the real number. Like I said, it's 3 right now. It could be 10 people in here for all I know. And what happened is 2 will drop off, 6 will stay, it'll be 8. See, look, now it's 9. See what I'm saying? It's weird. It's weird. You can't gauge it. You really can't gauge it based on what you see. You gotta just be in the zone, speak for now, knowing it'll be up later. That's why I started putting thumbnails on my lives. I used to just do lives just to be on live. Like, hey, I'm doing a live, and live is a live, and that's it. If you saw it while I was doing it, that's it. But now, no, we need these numbers, man. I'm noticing every now and then after I finish a live, let's say I had one the other day, it was like one really got good numbers. It was like 102, 100, something like that. It turned around overnight. I think it took a whole day. Thanks for the thumbs up. I see you. Appreciate you. That's my real ones right there. Monetization Nation in the house. Anybody who put that thumbs up and is a subscriber, y'all the real ones. Matter of fact, let me get that right now. If you want to hit the chat, you got to be a subscriber. You should already know if you're around here. If you're new here, that's just how we roll. It's just the whole world yapping and saying crazy shit. No, we don't do that. We don't invite trollism. We only deal with the real. Only the people who the real, baby. Only the real. Only the real. Only the real survive. Drop. Drop. You remember what I'm talking about? Who know the hip hop? Only the real survive. Far Side, baby. Far Side. Lab Cab in California. My absolute favorite album from them. One of the greatest hip hop albums ever. Not just from West Coast, ever. It really is. They did a real magnificent piece of art. Shout out to the Far Side. Man, let me see. So this is a damn shopping order. This is what I hate when most time when I go live, I don't even have no audience. So I'll just cut on, cut off, and I gotta cut off now to do an order. But I'm gonna try and keep y'all on. What I'm gonna do today, I'm gonna try to switch it up. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be a hot mess. It's gonna be 1 second I was on, next minute I was off, next minute I was on. But we're gonna, it's hey, hey, YouTube pieces it together in the end. It'll be one presentation because I got a lot of topics. This one here, I'm gonna tell you, this is gonna be a long one. Let me tell y'all right now. Oh man, look at that, beautiful. 25 people over here. This gonna be a long one because I got a bunch of topics. But like I was saying, now that I start putting them thumbnails on them and I tell people what the topics are, I notice I'll get at least about 2 more people watching the video after I post it for a live. So I'm like, okay, all right, I know what I gotta do for y'all. I just gotta let y'all know what it is. See a good, cool, and I've been using the same standard thumbnail. I haven't been switching it. It's just you got my face on it. You got all that and everything. Somebody said, do what you gotta do. Hey, I appreciate that encouragement, y'all. That's one of my subscribers right there, because only subscribers can talk. Appreciate you. No, man, that's what it's gonna be. Gotta do what I gotta do. So, matter of fact, right now, hold on, let me log in. I'll be right back. It's gonna be back and forth. Next minute y'all see me, I might be in the store. So hold on. All right. Like I said, we got a couple of topics to hit today. I guess I'll hold off on my topics while I'm focused on this work. Starting to get some good ones in there. Give it another week, they'll be big enough to consider. Those are decent, but prices, yeah, that's too much. Man. Come on. I love that they seeded, but hell, I just got another one at another store for $6.99, same size. So, I mean, I guess you know who gonna win that. I'll keep looking at the other stuff. They only gonna get bigger the more they go up in the season. That particular type of melon. All right. This is why I don't do this part live. It's like driving in traffic. Too much going on. You gotta keep hitting brakes. Or coming out of aisles and everything. You gotta be paying attention. But I'm giving y'all a taste of this on purpose and share a little bit of my other reality to make the point about how much work goes into doing even what y'all see. When I do get around to doing some content and be still putting in work every day, still going live, still editing videos, still doing all this stuff I do. It's real. All right, man. Oh, be back, y'all. We back. Welcome black. What's up? What's up? All right. Oh man, get this GPS signal right. I want to keep the windows down, or do I want to? It's cloudy, but it's hot. Hot enough outside. You know, I'd be in the store, it'd be cold. Okay. I hope I. Just trying to get my signal back all the way. Doing that. All right, y'all. We rolling again. We rolling again. Go tell a friend when y'all start coming up in here. I want to give a special shout out, special toast. And I'm thinking they were here. The problem is I don't remember if that came from somebody came in alive on here or was it on my fan base, because that's the two places I go live the most. I rarely ever go live on Instagram anymore. I mean, I have and I will, but I ain't worried about them. You know, Instagram be random as hell, and they don't really be showing love like I need it. Let you know your time is appreciated. Versus here, you get some results. You know what I'm saying? You get closer to the goal of monetization. Trying to get that AdSense. That's always not trying. We gonna get that. We are going to get AdSense. Okay, that's job number one over here, right? But I think this brother was over here, but I don't know if he would want his whole name out there like that. I'll just say, hey, shout out to B Jones, okay? Shout out to B Jones. Last week, I want to say it was like Monday, and I get so much damn junk mail. Who else gets so much freaking junk mail, man? It be blocking the blessings sometimes. You know, it's like the blessing still came, but I'm saying I want to shout people out and let them know I appreciate them. And I didn't even know I had gotten this donation. He sent a donation to ONYXCON on Cash App. So, you know, I feel like this is the beginning of the next era of ONYXCON. I want to shout that person out specifically because of that, because that rarely happens. So every time it happens, those are the people who are the first pioneers of doing it. What I keep telling people to do, like we don't even have to wait on monetization and AdSense. If you like the content, you can support any time. Any time. Send a donation. This person sent a donation. I know it, and I vaguely remember. It's vague, but I do remember a conversation while I was live, and I just don't know. You know, I'll be talking about so many topics. I don't know what I was talking about. I don't know what got them intrigued, but they hit the comments and they asked something or they did something, and I said, well, you know, if you want all that, you got to be a subscriber. All right, I need you to be a subscriber, not just a subscriber. I said send a donation, whatever it was they were asking me about. I said send a donation, right? And you know, I'm just saying what I normally gonna tell anybody. I wouldn't care who you are. I'm always say the same thing. The script don't change because it's what we need. We are a 501c3 nonprofit arts and creative lifestyle organization, so we need the funds. It ain't no just saying it. It's like it's for real, right? And this person was like, "Oh no, I'm for real." I said, "All right, now." I said, "I tell you what, you real? What?" Like I said, I don't know what we were talking about, but I said, "If you real, send a donation." And I gave the Cash App, ONYXCON at ONYXCON on Venmo. And lo and behold, they sent something. Like I said, I do not remember what we were talking about. The prompt was that led to me challenging them to do right and support like that. But they did right and they did support like that. So shout out to you, sir. B Jones, we got your donation, man. We appreciate your donation. And just don't think that we didn't see it and don't appreciate that, because it really means a lot. And I thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. You literally put gas in the tank. This is what I be telling people, like, y'all like this when I'm riding around talking, I got to ride anyway. You know what I'm saying? That was my philosophy on starting to do lives like this anyway. I'm in the car anyway. You know, when I got over myself, everything got better. When I stopped caring about people knowing that, yo, man, I ain't got all the money in the world. I be surviving like all of us. I'm out here doing what I gotta do. When you show people that side of life and not be always flossing and acting like you got everything and everything's so good, that's the content that's gonna win in the end. And there's no new wave. That's the new flex. I'm always saying that's why I say people with the flex. What's your flex? These kids crack me up, acting like they saying something new. Like we the first persons, my generation. We the first folks who was talking about flex and flexing. But the real flex, like that's such a flex. You know, it's a real flex. Being honest about everything. That's the flex. In a world full of lies and deceit and so much bullshit, the true new flex for anything, and I mean anything, just tell the damn truth. Just tell the damn truth. Just be real. Just be honest, be real, keep it a buck as they say. All of that. Like for real, keep it a buck. Keep it 100 for real. Because when you do that, other people trying to figure things out, other people frustrated with all the lies and deceit and, you know, the unethical use of AI. I always had to say it like that because I have no problem with AI as a concept. I got a problem with the unethical usage. I got a problem with the expansion of it at the expense of our wildlife, our conservation efforts, okay, to maintain and strengthen the rest of nature, maintain the rest of nature. And I'm gonna talk about that too. Ooh, I got so many topics for y'all. I should have wrote. I'm gonna have to write them down. I'm gonna have to. Oh yeah, yeah. I got a lot of heat for y'all today. It's so many things I wanna. I told you this is gonna be a long one. I'm gonna probably put in an hour plus on live today. I'm going all out. I'm going for a record. I might be on live all day today. I don't know. It might be one of them days where I mess around and get 2-3 hours worth of running my thoughts up on y'all. You know what I mean? Giving y'all the best of my love, baby. And I tell you now that I'm gonna go all out. I'll give you the best of my love. Damn, I'm trying to find a pen. I'm seriously gonna write down my thoughts and can't get my damn. Okay, I'm a little bit ill prepared for that thought. And I don't like doing stupid stuff like this while I'm driving. So I'm going to chill, get to a stop sign, and find a pen and elaborate. Cause I got some topics, man. I got some topics today. I'm trying to tell y'all. But just to keep it flowing, what I was gonna say initially, here we go. Got me a minute here. I know I'll be here a minute. This damn light here. This sign always a long wait where I'm at right now. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So I literally just reminded myself by saying one word of one of the topics I want to make sure I cover. Conserve. Yep, we're gonna have to cover that. We're gonna cover that big topic that I've been wanting to talk about with y'all for a minute. So that one there. Then there's one about oh, folk fronting and what's real. That's where I was at right now. I'm talking about the fronting versus the real, man. It's enough, man. It's enough. It is enough. I was just mentioning AI, so all that's gonna tie in. I got good segues and tie-ins, y'all. All right, so I'll pick up right there with people being so deceitful and lying and just fronting. Nobody, what's real anymore and all that. We in a time of that, y'all. We in a time of asking those big questions, and you feeling like you gotta ask it about everything. You meet somebody like, are you keeping it real with me? And it's like we expect, especially in American culture, for people not to keep it real. People expect lies and deceit. They've made it a cultural norm. That's not natural. It's a cultural norm, but that don't make it right. You can have a dysfunctional culture, and that's exactly what it is. Primarily, very dysfunctional culture. I'm gonna give y'all the formula again. This is the great big philosophy that I've invented, and I know I'm gonna stand on it forever. It's just like my definition of art. It's official ONYXCON gospel. Okay, Because ONYXCON does have a manifesto that will be formalized. I'm gonna put it. Don't worry, I'm gonna put it in writing for y'all. I'm working on a lot of things right now, y'all. That's gonna be one I gotta put out. I gotta put out the manifesto of ONYXCON, like the first volume of it that can be revised and a new edition and all that in the future because we're constantly evolving. You can always research, realize, and revise. It's the first rule of it. One of the first rules. But because of so much lying, deceit, people just not being honest about damn near nothing no more, right? In America, especially. I'm just speaking from my reality of what I see all the time, every day. And it's a big topic. People constantly analyzing and giving analysis of it, right? Well, I was just saying about AI. People always ask whenever they see anything now, well, is it real or is that AI? It's the first question you see when you see a photo or when you see a video now. Is yo, yo, yo. Sorry about that interruption, y'all. Technical difficulties. Whenever it get a little bit of sun out here, I got to deal with the hard reality of remembering damn phones can't have, again, lies and deceits. These companies talk about these cell phones, these smartphone, like it's so invincible. It's bullshit. It's just to sell you the product. They just gonna convince you that this thing can do so much, so you buy one, right? Not because it really can do all that stuff and survive all that. Man, we all know this thing get a little bit of hot. It ain't even 90s today. It's 80 degrees. That's it. 79 degrees, gonna be 80, I guess. And the sun coming through the windshield. And I got my little cardboard. I have this little cardboard thing I put behind it. Y'all don't see this, my little shield. And I keep it, try to keep the sun off it. That helps a little bit. But if the air ain't blowing in my car, which I now have got it on, I'll be trying to save some gas. Because you got your air on, it kills your gas quicker. You know that. Everybody know that, right? I'm like, damn, this expensive ass gas. So now I'm around here running that up just to talk to y'all. You see what I'm saying? This is why I be hitting. Yeah, yeah, yo. Shout out to the 4 people who put some love up in here. Gave me some thumbs up today. That's literally you saying, I respect your hustle, man. I see you. Thank you for being on here and talking to us again and giving us some thoughts and some wisdom. That's all that does. That's all that is. That's just love, man. We need more of that in the world, not this folks just staring at you. What is this? Forest Drive. Oh gosh. Which way you want me to go, y'all? Okay. I don't even know. I'm just gonna figure it out. It's one of them by and by. Just make it happen. Take it one step at a time till you get there type rides. Okay, here we go. Yes, we are. Okay, and I'm gonna finish telling my various topics here. So as I was saying about AI, right? Like, okay, there's different types of AI. We all know that. We know that these computer systems that are being called artificial intelligence. I've said this before, and I'm gonna say it again. A lot of what they do, in some cases, SOM to the freaking E. Okay, in some cases, these alterations, these foils have been around already. What do you think filters are on photos that the apps allowed you on Instagram, Snapchat, all these other ones, Facebook? I mean, all of them got a damn something you could do to your face and shit, right? Change the colors, change this, change the hue, these things that make us look, hey fellas, you know what I'm saying? You get the filter to give you more muscle definition because you get the shadows in it. So when you're making the muscle, you really are that muscular, but it makes your stuff more chiseled, right? You know what I mean? So like, or ladies, you want them cheeks a little more rosy. They got that filter to put dots right over where you would do it if you had makeup on, but you done took your makeup off for the day. And you still want to look like you got makeup on while you talking in the live. All that stuff, right? That's before AI became popular and we started using the word. What's the freaking difference? There ain't no difference. Psychologically, there's no difference. Now, People say, no, but the other thing didn't scan you and it can't reuse it and make you another person and give it to somebody else to use you and do. So you really think, that's what I always say about that part. Not that I'm saying this is good. It ain't about good and bad. It's just being honest. The whole topic is honesty. All right. All I'm saying is there's no difference. Don't make it a double standard in the thinking that when you were using those apps before they were calling it AI, you were training what became AI. So it's always what you're calling AI. I've got a whole video. If y'all, a lot of y'all missed it because it didn't get the numbers I wanted it to get. But go back and watch it if you like what I'm talking about right now. You're gonna learn something there. I did a video weeks ago, a few weeks ago, talking about how this situation where all these artists at Disney lost their jobs, concept artists that lost their jobs working for Disney, Marvel, specifically the Marvel ones they were talking about in something I saw. And they're talking about, these are people who created all these amazing characters. Well, they didn't create the characters, but they created the looks of them on film that we became used to if you like the films, right? Great. Kudos to them. Congratulations for your talent. I'm an artist too. I respect their work forever. I love their work forever. I'm an artist. I'm a fan. But here's what I was saying in that video. I was saying those very artists for years were training the very systems that became the AI. All they did was every time we pick up a dang art, or, one of those mechanical pencils, which I have one for my tablet. I have a tablet. It took me years to get that. I didn't always, because I didn't want to use that stuff. I felt like I was. You talk about people talking about, I'm anti. I don't want to use. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I am into AI like I'm into it ethically now, okay, realistically now, because it was an evolution to me getting here. I didn't always like the idea of any of this computerized shit. I'm talking about you can't draw with a pencil or a pen. You can't pick up a brush. You can't put it on no paper. You ain't shit, homie. You ain't hard. That was my that was my approach to art. Like, yo, you doing art? Oh yeah? Well, let me see you get down and give me 5,000 strokes and then ink that shit, bitch. I was, I was on mine like that. Like, what them Doc Martin die? What them Doc Martin dies do though? What them Doc Martin dies do? You call yourself a comic book artist, motherfucker? Yeah, I was on some real old school shit, right? It was hilarious. But what happened is any real artist, I evolved because I started seeing artists doing stuff with materials I didn't use, and it was phenomenal. I was like, yeah, that shit look good, man. I like that. That's really how'd you do that? And if you're a real artist, this is what we do. Hey, man, you an artist too? Say, since you an artist, yo, how did you do that? And we start talking, and we start sharing, and you start realizing I'm putting myself in a box. I don't need to be in this box. I want to be able to do some of that too, right? So by the time I got to college, you know, the guy who was the kid mind thinking, I know I can draw. I know, yeah, that's great. And that is always important if you call yourself a visual artist and you're a drawer. Can you really draw? I mean, to this day, I'm still that dude gonna be like, yeah, but what's up with that pencil though? Don't come to me with look at my Wacom tablet and my. That's nice. Oh, you have an expensive system. You can afford expensive stuff that helps you with all of your mistakes and makes you look like you're brilliant when maybe you're a little bit talented technically, but you ain't really got no soul. You ain't got no flavor. Your shit don't stand out. You put yours next to mine, I promise you they're gonna say, oh, that's Joseph. Whether they love it or not. See, that's individual. They might still pick yours over mine because they're, oh, but I like this super computerized look, this whatever on the Wacom tablet. Okay, fine. If you like that, you like that. Right? Maybe that's all you saw all your life. So you've been trained like this, like fast food. You eat it all the time. You don't even know real food when you get it. Okay? Y'all saw what I did with that? It's real. See, this the real food over here. We drawing. We got real tangible materials. And I'll never let that die. Ever. And I think any real artist should be about that life. Mandatory. It's like being an actor. I'm an actor, right? I've never done theater, but I respect it. Because theater is the beginning of it all. Theater is everything. The concept of theater, because before there was ever a thing called a theater, just the concept of theater. Literally, the real definition of theater is performing a script, or it doesn't even have to be a script, because hell, you could do, improv, but performing telling a story, becoming a character in front of a live audience. Whatever, if that's one person, theater. You know what I'm saying? If there's two people, you and somebody watching it, you and your cat and your dog, you doing theater. I know that somebody might laugh and say, "Oh, come on now." No, it is. I mean, if they look, oh, mommy's doing tricks and stuff. This is funny. Or they wag their tail, or they curl up on your leg because they like when you do. Hey, theater's theater. I'm just saying. Now, I ain't get into the levels of it. I ain't say you're, you know, Denzel or Viola Davis because you do some lines in front of your cat and the dog's ear go up every time you do it. And he turns his head sideways and loves everything you do. I ain't say that. I ain't say you're a genius just because you can, act in front of your dog. But I am saying what that is theater. And that's the beginning of the art form. And if you don't at least master that first in any form of it, or at least get comfortable with it. You don't have to master it because mastery is time and efficiency and improving skills and an audience for real, all of that. Which is why, like I say, I don't claim to be a theater artist in that regard. I am a film actor, but I still can say I am an actor with pride because I have done in my training in front of an audience. And every time you act on film, you're still in front of a crew. And if you disappoint them or they feel like this dude ain't got it, you gonna feel it. You gonna feel that look around. So they may not be to say nothing to you because they're not the one, the camera person, the boom operator, whatever. They don't usually get to say nothing, and it's best that they don't. But you be on certain things if you do independent things where people will give you a little energy and you'll know, oh man, I done rocked the house. They really was impressed with that. Or somebody can't hold it in. They'll be like, that was amazing. They gonna say it like as soon as the director say cut, they gonna be like, yo, dude going in. Something, right? You gonna know you hidden, right? That's still theater to me. That's still theater. And that's the audience that you kind of working with in that moment. Not so much worrying about what they think while you're going through your lines and everything. But when you get the reaction, you know it's real. You know it's real, right? If it's comedy, it's almost impossible. I've been on sets with folk be holding that in, trying not to laugh. Oh my gosh! And then they just fall apart, and the whole set can't wait for the director to yell cut because they got to get it out for about 5 minutes before they can continue to the next cut. Because it's just that serious. These takes are just hilarious, and every time it gets better and better because the comedian is literally going improv and doing whatever they want, way off script. That's every comedian. Every time I've ever been on set with comedians, they always go off script. Script is just there to give, you're not doing cartwheels in this scene, but you are doing flips. So they're gonna just keep doing all types of flips. They're gonna go crazy. That's what they do. Anyway, so I told y'all in that video, I said, look, as long as people are using these technologies, we're going to always be training the next level of technology to, in a sense, take somebody's job. That's just the reality of the way the technological thing works. It doesn't have to. That's the way those who superimpose this culture of general idea of technology in our societies have created it. It doesn't have to work this way, but this is how a lot of them have done it. So I was just saying, look, expect more of that. And as long as y'all artists keep separating yourselves from other artists and being elitist and saying, well, it's like my joke that I said I got over myself about the using the technology. Use it. I started adapting. I said, man, I gotta learn this stuff. I can't be around here, you know, talking about I'm a shoe cobbler and people are wearing Jordans that are manufactured by the thousands. It's like that's stupid. You got to get with the times. It's nothing wrong with still knowing how to shoe cobble them. That's all I'm saying. Like if you really, really about that life, there's nothing wrong with being able to say you the real deal and have that mastery. There is a credit you have above the next person with that. And the technical person, where it gets them in trouble is they get so into I'm the technical. Well, what if the lights go out, buddy? I always tell y'all when the plug gets pulled, a lot of this bullshit that people be talking about, you're gonna find out what they really gonna do and what they not. you you gonna find out what they really gonna do, what they can do, what they never could do, and what they really about. Let the electricity go out. That's all you gotta do. Pull the power plug, and you gonna find out who's real. That's on everything. Everything. You gonna find out who really ain't got no life. People be talking ish and acting like they got so much going on when you realize that everything they got resides on a power source, and they just assume it's gonna always work, but Do you understand with the oh my gosh, with the ferocious, volatile economy that we are in globally right now? All it takes is just a week of lights out. Most of y'all ain't gonna make nothing. I ain't saying I'm gonna be around forever either. I'm just saying I know I'll do better than most in the beginning of it anyway. I ain't saying I don't want that reality. I'm just saying I know I ain't going out like a punk. How about that? And I'm not looking for trouble either. I ain't going outside. All right, it's time for Armageddon. I've been waiting. I have not. This is not the life I want to live. I play video games to have them fantasies. I don't want to live that shit. I don't want The Walking Dead, motherfucker. Are you crazy? Do you really want that bullshit? Yeah, okay, yeah. That's my favorite show. That would be awesome. Yeah, you just want to hear yourself say awesome because you're an idiot. No, you have to live it. Anybody who can be hurt, I hear a dumb motherfucker say, you heard how you say? He said, awesome. Okay, let's go get him now. Yeah, yeah, whatever he got, let's get all of his shit. The quickest one. It's stupid, y'all. It's stupid. So I'm on a tangent, but I'm gonna bring it back. 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 I'm having fun with it in my own mind, thinking of some other stuff. I could just keep going with that, but I'm a reel it in to make a bigger point. That ultimately, because of how people are so reliant on technology, and because of how the powers that be who created most of the technology that most of us rely on, these cell phones I'm talking to right now, the one you're looking at me on right now, the tablet, the TV, the whatever it is, right? Yo, I promise you, it's so most people don't even consider what it takes to put these things in your hand and make them active. But I saw something the other day, really, really, really was the final, not final, ain't no final nail in the coffin when it comes to this idiot and the stuff this buffoon is doing. But with this maniac, okay, hashtag no kings, I ain't gotta say no more. Hashtag no kings. There was something I saw on Instagram, and it said that this person signed in new legislation amongst all the other. I mean, I don't know. You can't even tally how much nonsense goes on per day, let alone a week. And hell no, count the months and the years. You'll be insane looking at how much shit this fool has done. But trying to literally cut off all conservatory efforts to continue to preserve the brought back from damn near extinction American bison. The bison, y'all. The bison. Yo, if you're a sports fan, because I ain't like, I tell you, I'm a casual sports fan. But if you are like a fan of the Buffalo Bills or the, Buffalo up there got the Bills, or if you're a fan of the Sabres, the hockey team, or if you're a fan of Colorado, go Colorado, shout out to Dion and them, you know what I'm saying? Because I rock with the Colorado, because of Dion and everything. But if you're a fan of any of that, and you don't appreciate the actual animal, but you got your bison shirt and man, you ought to be just that alone ought to have you mad as hell. Like, wait a minute, this fool messing with the bison? Yeah, yeah. Look it up. Don't believe nothing. Don't believe shit. I always tell you because I know y'all don't. Look it up. And you know what? It was a buddy of mine sent it to me, and I said, man, god dang, man, you need to stop sending me stuff because if it ain't, I mean, sometimes he send me fun stuff, but then when he send the hardcore stuff like this, it's too much. It's like, damn, man, how much more? How much more? How much more? And he was mad too. He was like, "Can you believe this? When you think he can't top the last level of stupid, put this with that. I promise you, it gets worse." And use the excuse to say they are non needed animal. And so like you playing for y'all who are religious, because I'm not. Okay, but if you want to, the way y'all talk, he's trying to play God, right? How you gonna say? How you? Oh my gosh! How are you going to say that you have the right to destroy what was obviously for it to have even been for this to have even happened to even bring them back in the last few decades, the amount of work that required research wise, genetics wise, everything, and to seriously create a sustainable population. of something that was almost gone because of previous human bullshit, particularly these some of them, the mentality of those, not all, just those who participate. Because I know some of y'all so funny. You don't even realize when as soon as you hear white, black, you hear these constructs, you get mad, not even realizing I didn't say all white, I didn't say all black, I didn't say all yellow, I didn't say all brown, I didn't say all, I said them. It's an archetype, it's a certain mentality. The rest of us, we the human family if you want to be a part of it. But those who are outside of the human family, see, to be a part of the human family, you got to believe in the rest of nature. You got to honestly say in yourself, yes, I can accept that there are animals I don't like. I don't like roaches. There ain't nothing about a roach I ever like. Other than I have to admit, I have seen some artists. I've seen some roaches. I had to say, that's a pretty motherfucker. How a roach that pretty? You ever seen roaches in Costa Rica? I've never been there, but I've seen videos and I've seen photos, and they have some of the prettiest damn roaches I've ever seen in my life, right? And then there's even ones in South America, the giant ones, the biggest in the world. They're pretty. They're gold. They're freaking gold. They literally look like gold with a black dot on their back. Now, when you get the black dot, now it reminds me of the regular ones we see in America, the palmetto bug, if you will, the American cockroach. And I'm like, maybe if you didn't have that one little dot, it wouldn't remind me of the other one. And you, plus, you shape like them. You just bigger, way bigger. But it's like, damn, that thing looks like metal. I can't say it ain't pretty. The motherfucker, it's like, but everything has a purpose. That don't mean we gotta live with everything. You gotta deal with everything. I'm the first to tell you, you cross my line, just like if I come in your den and you a snake, you gonna bite me, right? Well, I'm gonna bite too. You don't come in my house, right? We all got boundaries. But unless that's your pet or whatever, okay, if you into that, do you. But don't be telling everybody else, y'all shouldn't have dogs and cats, you should have snakes. Hey, that's a choice, man. I ain't got no problem with people who have. I think it's fascinating to watch people who have snakes as pets. Take them out there glass and get bit and all that, and they're like, oh, he's a little mad today. I'm like, damn, you been bit that many times, you ain't even flinch, you just bleeding and shit. Like, God damn, look at that shit. He's not poisonous, I'll be all right. But look at your arm, it's pouring. How many pints you just lose? God damn. They got a lot of teeth, these pythons. It's like, it's some different shit, man. It just don't apply to me. We all got to stay in our lanes. That's my point. And then staying in our lanes at the ultimate level, like I said, with this crazy person shutting off conservation efforts and dollars and basically saying these parks need to be allowed for grazing of cattle because we need more. Can't even about no fucking cattle. You lying son of a bitch. And the wisdom of my friend, because I admit, as soon as I saw it, I honestly thought golf course. This fool just trying, and it might still be that. This fool trying to just turn everything into a damn golf resort. That's the first thing I thought. And a big ass, ugly gold statue of his ass. I said, that's what this fool gonna do. Instead of bison running wild like they should have been forever anyway. God almighty, have mercy. Oh my gosh, have mercy. So, but the psychosis of those who are part of that mentality of the crazy. There's a famous picture, if you've never seen it. It was and it's so ironic because it was stuff like that started the beginning of the first national parks and conservatory efforts in this country. Which, of course, let me not let them off the hook because we don't let nobody off the hook for their bullshit. Did not help everybody. It helped some of the animals come back, but then it made it where white folks who are on that archetype of we're the best and we're over everybody else. Hold on, I got something to say. This thought. A lot of those parks would not allow anybody else but whites. It was still during segregation. So, okay, yeah, but no, we messed up. We knew we did wrong. Some of our people are so crazy. Now, we don't mean all people. We're just talking about our people. They're so crazy. So we're not going to let anybody else in these parks. We're going to let the animals come back. We're going to focus on letting the animals come back. And when we decide there's a time to hunt them and whatever else, we'll do that too. But only because, and after we've taken over what was native indigenous soil, I swear. But there's a mountain. There's a picture of a man standing on a little short white dude standing on top of a mountain of bison skulls. That's how many they took out to deplete the population down to extinction, damn near, and make sure that Native Americans couldn't continue to thrive. The Plains Indian groups, the Plain Native groups, could not continue to thrive. And as a result, they built the railroad systems. So see, it's always, and here we go, ugly system where, oh no, we saying this about cattle. It ain't about no cattle. Yeah, you'll make some money off some cattle for some of the farmers, but you already showed you don't care about all the farmers. Even white farmers, poor white farmers, some of them are struggling right now and are mad at this person thing. Do you hear me? It's yo. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Oh man, that's it. That's exactly what it is. That's what it is, people. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Now, before somebody say, "Well, your phone wouldn't be working right now if it wasn't for the data centers," and so you're right. You're right. But the look at all this technology is, I have to use it as long as society forces the economy to be based on it. Yeah, damn it. Drinking and driving, y'all, it's not good. It's just water, of course, really and truly. But seriously, like it always goes down the wrong way when you sit. Somehow sitting in the momentum of a car, it always throws it into your windpipe. I don't know what that is. At least that happens to me a lot. I don't know how many times in different videos I end up coughing with the damn water going the wrong way. But anyway, as long as I'm getting my H2O. So my point was this, y'all. We got to be honest about it all. I told you that's the topic always. Honesty first, respect first, then power, then money. And really ain't even in my personal equation. It's a forced necessity. I don't wake up every day wanting to go out and get these credits because that's what they are. It's just a number on the screen and it keeps getting depleted every time a bill gets paid. I don't want to get up and do that shit all the damn time. I want to get up and go fishing. It's not just fun, it's instinctual somewhat. Like, because I can do it, there's part of my body that literally says, you know, you can provide for yourself. And I said it back to myself, yeah, but it's not efficient. See, the reason why it was efficient in the time before money, when people did barter and trade mostly, if not only, exclusively, okay? In all those societies, you didn't have, if you were one of how many fishermen and fishing ladies in the, I mean, you know, there could be women too, but you know, mostly men in most societies that went out there and did that. How many always got something? Shit. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have them days you didn't get nothing, the next dude did, or you got some, but the other one got more, or whatever. So y'all work with each other. Hey, I don't eat these, but you do. You want this? Yeah. You want one of these? I know you love those. Yeah. You know, your mom and dad, they